So now that you have spent a lot of time practicing heating your 3/8 copper without melting it, now we're going to start seeing the proper method to join two pieces of pipe. So I have a basically coupling end of a 3/8 piece of copper that we're going to join on our solid piece of 3/8. That would be similar to what you would be doing, hooking the liquid line up to the outdoor unit. And so what we're looking to do in brazing is that we want to get that alloy to bond to the outer shell of this straight piece of pipe, and to also at the same time bond to the inner piece of this coupling. So basically we're going to glue that entire joint. We want that glue to come in contact with that entire piece of pipe from this coupling all the way up to here. So we want to bond to both pieces of pipe. And the way that we're going to do that is that a method called wetting. And so once we bring our male piece of copper up to brazing temperature, then we want to bring our heat back here on the female piece of copper to bring that up to temperature. And as we apply our brazing rod to the male piece of pipe, we want to pull that alloy back into here to where we won't be able to see it, but hopefully it's going to bond all the way back here to where those two pieces quit making contact. So I'm going to increase my temperature by first increasing my acetylene and then increasing my oxygen. And then let's try that again. Once we get that cherry red, then we'll move back and heat the coupling, and we will start our wetting process. You see I'm bringing my heat back onto the coupling instead of onto the pipe. Once it starts sticking to the pipe, then we just need to get the inside part of the coupling, and if we see that coming back, then that's a good indication that we have that entire section full of solder, or brazing rod, brazing alloy. So now that the pipe has cooled, I'm going to take my inspection mirror and look around at all sections of that joint. As you can see, I have a cracked mirror, sorry about that. We want to make sure there are no sections of that pipe that have not been filled with alloy, and that all looks good. So this is a skill you should practice until perfection before you ever try to braze on a unit. So setting up on a table, on a press that will hold your copper for you, and practice coming up to temperature. Practice joining two pieces of pipe. And so again, the method for joining the two pieces of pipe is you want to heat that male piece, the longer piece first, the inner piece, and you bring that up to temperature. And then as soon as you get that up to a temperature, you want to start pulling that heat back to your coupling. And as soon as you see it come up to temperature, start applying your alloy to the edge, and you want it to pull back into this coupling. And so as you pull that heat, your torch heat back here, that's going to try to pull that brazing alloy back in here. And you should see it kind of match on the outside of the pipe as well. So that's a good indication, is if it's pulling back here on the outside of the pipe, that it's also pulling on the inside. So once you feel like you have mastered 3/8 brazing at the table, then the next thing that we want to do is move on to some 7/8 copper. That's going to be our next video.